mm, mm. Get money. Get money.
Get money. Chat. Bring it back. What? It's 8 o'clock.
Is it class? Is it time?
What?
Is it time? It's not time. It's
Oh, that is
untime.
right. I forgot about that one. What is that? Oh, you moved it. That's why.
Yeah. We were basically the same angles because it's a bigger piece. So y'all, it is not time for the class. I've had this image in my head since yesterday about trying to do a Geode mixed media butterfly-ish. I don't know if that even makes sense out of my brain. You know when you think of something and you're like, it's brilliant, and then you say it and you're like, so I'm going to try to do that. I know that if I did the class tonight, which is at 8 o'clock, which is in
4 hours.
4 hours, 15 minutes. If I didn't get this out of my head before I did that, then my piece tonight probably wouldn't go how I want it to. So we're going to do this. I went ahead and gave myself like a rough, it's not going to focus a bit, I don't know. You probably can't see it, maybe you can, I don't know, maybe you can see it in this one. I just did a little bit of a butterfly shape in it, on it, just to give me some.
I don't know why it does that. I think you just have it up too high or something.
Reference.
I don't know.
And this will focus, this camera right here will focus after I get some color
What's
down.
up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
So I'm gonna get.
Do you want that at your face or at that?
You can stay here. You can't. It doesn't really.
I like
show.
to put, when you do alcohol, I like to put it like
Oh, okay.
on it, almost like lean it forward, unless it's in your way.
Not really.
Let me turn that down a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna work this like I do my geodes, and then I'm gonna have the lighter color on the inside and kind of work my way out. I'm using a number of kinds of inks that are from Marabou, Copic, Zig, Jacquard, Ranger, and Blick. So yeah. Okay, why am I so nervous? I don't know. Okay, let's go. I don't know what's going to happen to the pencil marks. They'll probably end up disappearing. Into the ink, which is fine. This is going to be a rainbow butterfly. It's going to be not a butterfly in particular. It just is going to be.
That bugs me that keeps blurring in. I have you, this one doesn't blur, but that overhead, like, I don't understand how it doesn't, like, stay focused. I think maybe it's because you're up so, it's up so high. And the hair keeps getting in the way, so it's like wanting to focus on that. I want to see what you create. Erica sounds like a fabulous idea. No doubt you'll knock it out the park. Lisa.
So far, I like it.
Claire says, I'm going to stay in for a little while until another mod steps in. Got a few pieces in process before tonight's class.
No worries. Thanks for tuning in. You're gonna have this for a minute. This is spreading a lot. I'm hoping it still reads as butterfly once we get all this color down. There's alcohol ink, so if it just is a little bit off, then that's fine too. Now, this is getting a little bit too liney, so I'm probably going to drop some alcohol on some parts and let it just...
What is the thing Erica is using?
That's an embossing heat gun.
Vanessa says, I feel like I'm one of the family now.
Yay! Welcome, 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 welcome.
Mary Smith says, pretty colors. It will be beautiful, I'm sure. Daphne says.
I'm putting some alcohol down so that the colors can kind of fuzz back into themselves a little bit and move. All I'm really going to do is just keep the alcohol in this certain area. I don't want to influence it.
Oh, that was really good. I think because you're right-handed, I think we should put...
Is that, was it?
No, it's just when you're doing it this camera, like it's a great angle, but your arm is in the way a little bit so that it's... Because this overhead gets everything.
Gotcha.
Are you using the air gun on low or high?
So it's probably best to use it on low, but I'm using it on high. Just gonna let that marinate for a second, and while that's doing what it's gonna do, I'm gonna work on this opposite angle so that none of what I'm doing over here will influence what's happening over here.
Tonight, it's on YouTube. In the future, we'll be doing it on Zoom. We just have to get people acclimated and understand how to use it, and it's pretty simple. It's just some things are just kind of
Learning curve. A little
yeah.
bit on that. Just dabbing right here where the color is trying to bleed upwards. I'm going to do the same down here where the alcohol is trying to bleed downwards.
What's up, JJ? Julie K says, hi everyone from Colorado. What's up? Jen Germs, Lisa, Angela, Bethany, what's happening? You can tell that the sunlight is like coming back. Like, you can tell that it's getting a little brighter because it bounces off that building across the way. That looks fun just like that. And the board gets a little brighter, like hot. Like it's funny. Echo. Maybe if I only have one microphone on here. Yeah, that's one thing, everybody. Tonight, you can join, you can watch. It's YouTube. You can join in and paint however you want. You can use different colors. You can whatever you want. Everybody's welcome to join. Like it's not a paid thing. It's not a members only or whatever. However you think that it might be, it's open to everybody. If you have your stuff, if you have stuff that you want to pour, you can pour right along with if you like. It's completely up to you.
Hoping I didn't choose too many colors for this.
I think it looks good. I like that it's smaller. Like, I would love to see this in all black and like ocean. Like just one color, but faded out and dark and like, I think that would look amazing. Susan Campbell said, I was asked to make an AI guitar. I have failed miserably. I can't keep the I can't keep the ink in the lines of the guitar. Well, that's when maybe you should try to just do it just a little bit at a time. Just put a little alcohol in one space, put your color, use your heat gun to kind of guide it. Maybe practice on something completely different. Just practice on something that you know that you can paint over and you don't have to worry about, stress of messing it up.
Yeah.
You haven't done lips like this, have you? How crazy is that?
Soon.
And then you'll put glass over it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then I think that would mess up the detail of it. That's what I love about alcohol inks is the hard lines and the fades. You notice how she's just doing it in sections. She's just putting little alcohol ink in one little spot, or alcohol, and then adding the ink. And see how she's dabbing it to where she gets rid of some of the alcohol so it doesn't go outside of her lines. And as you can see, she's taking it right off that board. So, I mean, it's a win-win. Like,
Definitely like working just little areas at a time.
and you really can't see it, but from where I'm sitting, there's a lot on there that's still wet, like the alcohol. It's just sitting there. So that just shows you don't have to dry it. It doesn't have to be completely dry to move on to the next place. You just have to make sure that you're that your table and your substrate is completely level, so that that doesn't eventually just kind of roll off or blend into something else. That's what it is, Tara. At the beginning of this video, she had it in her mind pretty much all day today that she wanted to do this butterfly. And she wanted to do it before she did the class tonight.
I just know the class would have been a hot mess if I'd have tried to do it with this image in my head.
What's up, Vamp? And that's one thing. It looks like if you draw out with your alcohol the shape that you're doing, and you don't force the alcohol ink while you have the air, it'll stay in that little area. Like the alcohol ink will just go into where the alcohol is and not move beyond the alcohol.
Unless your space isn't level.
Yeah, unless your space isn't level and your air is too high and it's forcing it, to move. But other than that, it's gonna stay right there. So you can see like a lot of it over there is still wet. You can see the reflection. You just keep it there, and then that way your colors will be pretty intense when they do dry, give you a definite line. Could you hold that air gun to the camera for a second? Susan wants to see the air.
Want to see the heat gun?
Yeah. Nope, the other one. Sorry. This one. It's a Wagner. Did they send us that? Yeah, that's why I like going a little early on some days, especially on a Saturday where everybody's kind of, everybody should be at home and online. And then you get different, you get a lot of people that can't make the 8 or 9 o'clock lives, which is very understandable. And if you missed it, we are Artists Till Death. We are out of Dallas, Texas. I'm Jeff Thornton. That is Erica. I normally say Thornton. Yeah. Thanks for joining us today. This will be not a short video, but not normally as long. We do have a class tonight on here on our YouTube. I guess it is our YouTube channel. At 8 o'clock, it's called Paint With Us. We did sell a kit prior to this tonight to basically for beginners. But if you do have your own paint and resin and whatever, and you didn't get a kit, by all means, pour with us. Like we would love for you guys just to join. This is just basically from what resin is and what pigments are and how to pour it and mix it and stop what you're doing, and basically a big
A refresher.
a refresher course, and or for somebody that's never done it, you know. I want to say that a couple of my friends actually have bought this kit, which I'm really surprised about. They've never done it before. I think they did. I'm not sure. Just to do something fun at home with the family. Well, thank you, Susan. Tell your daughter thank you very much. I'd love to see that. If you could take a picture of it and put it in ATD's Poor People. And again, we normally show this at the end, but I'll show it to if anybody's new to the channel. This is all of our groups, all of our Instagram, our PayPal, our Venmo, our ATD Poor People. Just please answer the question if you want to join our Poor People's group. We do have a Teespring, which is just basically whatever you can think of printing on. They print on it, send it to you. We have nothing to do with it except for we provide them with design, so and we get a little bit off that. But yeah, that's what we're all about. Wish you would open up a single screen to see the artwork. Okay, calm down. We'll see it.
I'm gonna let this dry up a little bit and then add black.
Are you gonna spray it and then draw on it?
Thinking about it.
I thought you were gonna make it like all faded and like
Oh yeah, I did say that.
splishy splash, and I'm not a fan of the big black mark.
Well, the thing about that is I don't know how to get that guy back up.
You gonna put glass on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephanie Van Gossen. What we normally would do, or people that are not getting notifications or they're late for some reason, YouTube is really weird. Maybe just because there's so many people on YouTube right now that are making videos and they're live and all that fun stuff. I would just go to our page, unsubscribe, and then subscribe back, and normally that takes care of that. And make sure you hit the bell, ding, to get the notification when we're live or post a new video. Hello, baby cakes. And Jeff and Erica, I'm quite new to resin. Can you explain why you use different types, size, air guns, and different projects? Confused.com.
Different what?
Well, man, this is all alcohol ink is what she's using for this. And that's very low air comes out of that little machine that you see there she's using. It's still hot, but it's not as hot as a heat gun. And I love that, babe.
That like splash look?
Yeah. I would love one if you did it on like a 20 by 60 and you had it at the bottom and you did it really nice like that. And then you put all the alcohol on the edges and then on the top and the color, and then ran alcohol all the way up it and then tilted it. So it's like, whew, that would be awesome. That would look nice. Oh yeah, Gina's correct. And what we do with the heat gun with the resin is it's a lot. Obviously, it's a lot hotter, and you can have a low and a high air. What do you call that? Like
Flow?
airflow, and you can move your resin with the heat gun a little easier if you do have it on high. If you have it on low, you're just basically trying to pop your your bubbles to
Them buttons, B.
yeah, pop your bubbles, and to maybe make it a little bit more easier to move if you want to tilt it. You can also use, if you have a heat gun, you can also use it with alcohol ink. This is just, it's perfect because it's delicate and she's using it in little spaces, so it's easier to control. Control. Kim Adams, welcome. Okay, you're pulling a, what's her name?
What happened?
What's her name that puts her hair in the way?
Ritterhoff?
Yeah. Yeah, Susan, it's a lot easier if you have the correct tools. I always say you're only as good as your worst supplies. And if you spend a little money, it definitely makes a difference. It builds a confidence in you. You know, if you get a little bit nicer things or a little bit better, you know, utensil to use if you're using something that's old or maybe that doesn't work that well, or that that you've had for years and years, and you've always wanted something new. Treat yourself and get something that will help your artwork.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, it'll help you in more ways than you think. Dawn says, what percent of alcohol are you using, like 91% or greater?
This one is 91%.
And why do you use 91%?
The only one I could find. So the higher percentage, the longer your working time. Nope, the shorter your working time. But it moves the inks a lot better if it's a higher percentage. The lowest I would use is probably 70%.
Would a hairdryer work on a low setting? I wouldn't see why not.
So what I'm doing right now is just adding some alcohol just on the edge of the piece and letting it feather out. I'm pushing it with indirect air out towards the outside of the piece. I'm pushing it in to pick up the pigment, and then I'm pushing it out to stretch the color.
Let me see if I can move this. I would love to have this more in front of you. Let's think here. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna get him like really close to this. I give you guy a little bit of a closer view.
Digging it so far. This is very me. It's very all of the color.
Mm-hmm. I'm loving those wispy outs. Those are so fun. Do you not think it would look good with that black? If you got, maybe you did it for the tentacles. Like you did a little and it goes kind of like those little bitty flutter things. Like here, for up.
You want me to do that with the...
What do you guys think? Let us know what you think she should do about the tentacles. What she's gonna do, she's left that the body dark like that because she's gonna put glass on that.
I'm gonna
What up, 87?
I'm gonna add glass here, and also I'm gonna add some Posca pen shaping lines on the outside as well. So that'll tie in that dark center.
Is there no? There's no. There was no sound.
When we ask the question?
I don't think so. No, because somebody said yes.
So, do these wispy tendril things for the antenna, or Posca pen them?
Julie K asked, "Love that design. Does it matter if you put dark colors before the light colors?"
I tend to start with the light colors because the dark takes over, but that could just be, me, personal preference. What's the...
Yes, whiskey tentacles, wispy. Bethany, what's on your mind? Gold antennas. Jellica says. That's a new name. Jellica Geode. I love the wispies. Both. Wispy. Reminds me of a watercolor tattoo. Jeff, do you know of any artists in Dallas area that do watercolor tats? I'd love to get one someday. I mean, it really just depends on. Oh, babe, that looks awesome. I think it would just depend on the style of the tattoo artist. I bet that Zach Singer would be amazing at something like this because he does stuff that looks like airbrush on people's skin, but he's like, that guy's nearly impossible to book because you have to wait at least 2 years to get a tattoo by him. Maybe Rudy Hetzer, Adrian Evans. He's a little old school, but he might do something fun like that. Kevin
This
Hicks.
is not easy to control.
Control. But they're like this, babe. They go. They're like very loop-de-loo. I think you could do it. This would look great on a shirt.
Maybe we'll put these to print. If it turns out that would be impossible. With all the texture I'm going to put on it.
Yeah. That's so fun. I think you should do a lobster like that with all reds and oranges. How fun would that be? And then sell it to Connie over at that new place. Mm-hmm. Oh, is there? Did you put some like?
I put the rainbow from Marabou in there, so it's got that iridescent.
What are you on, overhead?
Yeah. Activate your alcohol.
Sorry about that.
You know, I just said I was done, but this seems kind of off balance a little bit, so I'm gonna do one more of these over here.
Ginger says, I love that so much. Bethany Pike said, this is amazing. No sound. And then I put sound on. Tina Gibson, what's up? Susan says, this is truly amazing.
Thank
Daphne
you.
says, this is amazing.
This stuff is really nice. It just takes one good thick coat. It'll be good to go.
After you're done with that, please show them the can.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Gina. Yeah, please give us some thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We do not sell alcohol ink or alcohol on our website, but we do sell the board that she is painting on. We do not sell this stuff, but I'm sure you can find it on our Amazon account. Lower it and see what type of it is. Krylon. UV archival. Archival.
Anyway. Do I want to do splatters, or would that be too much?
Flatters.
Just a couple.
What?
Like,
I think it'll.
too much?
Yeah, I think it'll. You have such good negative space, and there's a form, and if you do splatters, it might add to it, and it might make it look
You are
a
absolutely
little
right.
off.
I agree. Okay. So while this is drying, I'm gonna put these alcohol inks up before I busy it. It's always good to get the materials you're not using anymore out of the way. My bee taught me that.
Kim Crow, what's up? No splatters, no splatters. Hey y'all, no splatters. Cujo, where are you going?
Where you going, my little companion?
Come here. Cujo, can you say hi? Oh, goodness.
No, don't drop me.
Say hi. Say hi to the peoples.
Always like, this is stupid. I hate
This
it.
is dumb. I hate this idea.
Hate everything about it.
Oh, goodness. There is Mr. Cujo. If you guys can see Bowie over there, he's about 15 feet away just staring at me like, this is hogwash. Bowie, you come say hi?
No.
Cujo's like, no. He looked at him like, no. He's like, this is my time. If you're new to the channel, this is Cujo, little pom-pom. Bowie's getting a little closer now. A little scared me a little bit. He's a little closer now. Even the kitten's looking at me.
Like, this may be your time, but I will steal it. Alright.
Okay. You come say hi? What?
Gold leaf.
Out of control here. This is Bowie. Oh, goodness.
I do want to add gold leaf to this, right?
Oh, yeah.
I want to give it structure without ruining the wispiness of it. I'm trying to, in my head, figure out how I'm going to do that. You got any tips for me?
Say that again?
I want to add gold leaf to the form without ruining the wispiness. You know what I mean? Like if I don't want to outline it, obviously, because it would.
Do what you would do, what you were gonna do with the black lines with the gold leaf. Make them thin. Make it. Do like you do if you were, like if this was just a geode, you would go. Oh, you can see those lines still. I would do that. I would just go, make it, you know, thin, thick, thin, like
a rough line.
kind of, yeah. Don't go like this, but kind of, and then some, just to kind of.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
just a little bit.
Get in there. No sense wasting time. Slash in a time like the present. I'm kind of breaking where there's like this circle area-ish right here. I broke the line.
Don, we got just two little. They don't even look like brother and sister. One's black with a little white, and then one is like this really weird. It's like a grayish, gray and black stripe. And what she's doing here, she's laying this sizing down. It's called sizing, and it's a glue that you put it down, and once it's dry, well, not technically dry, but when it's dry to be able to put gold leaf on, you just sprinkle the gold leaf on it, and it'll stick to it. And it'll be good for this particular project, because if you ever tried to paint, let's see, if you ever try to paint something and you notice it's a lot of paint, and then you're starting, and then it gets to be a little bit, and it's like almost gone, that would be good for that, because it would be a nice thin line, and then it kind of tapers off into a very pinpoint line. That'll be good for that project, because you're not wanting a solid, you know, an equal solid line all the way around this whole butterfly. So it'll be good for that.
I know there's going to be some of these lines that I'm not going to remember where they are.
But that's what's good about...
When I go to dust it off, though.
Yeah. That's why it's always good to use that brush that I had, that real fluffy one. I'll see if I can find it. One like this is you just put it down, babe, and you just put it down, and then you'll find it. Like, you'll find the gold leaf by just pushing the gold leaf around with this one, and it won't. You're not going to destroy your. What do you call it? Destroy your gold leaf. Are you guys still there? There hasn't been any talking.
Alright, we got the bottom two.
Okay.
I think this is my favorite wing of all four of them.
I can see the lines from here. It looks
Pencil
fun.
lines or the...
No, your glue lines. I would almost start putting that stuff down. Well, I guess you have quite a bit of time.
Yeah, it'll be tacky for a bit.
I'm Chantelli. That's a new name. How are you? She says, just watching, intrigued, beautiful, speechless.
Well, thank you.
Daphne says, stupid autocorrect.
Feel the same way very often.
Engrossed, not sure about gold as this is so delicate. Well, she's making these lines pretty thin. I think it'll look so amazing next to these colors.
I'm gonna use that brassier, that coppery gold. Is it mine?
On the bottom. Where's the actual gold leaf though?
It's right. It's in.
Are you just gonna take that stuff out? Where are the sheets at? I don't know where the sheets are.
They're in there.
In this? Or in the bottom? You're literally, it's all mixed together. I don't know how, I don't know if that's going to be enough.
No, I'll just start. Hey, where's it? Can you use any of this? You don't think what's in here is gonna be enough?
Oh, I thought you said the brassy. Is that like just a color? Oh, yeah. Okay. How do you say that? I-N-G-E.
Not sure.
Ingy? In the beginning. I forgot. That's what I was going to do if I can't say somebody's name. In the beginning. Inga. Okay. Where are you from, Inga? Thank you, Sandra. NWA in the house. What? Sue, NWA, she, that brush, where'd you put that brush at? That you use for glue? It's just sitting there?
For now, because I'm probably gonna add more.
This is it's a blade, like a, what's that
Chisel.
called? A chisel. And it is a 1/4. Just a little chisel. And this is perfect too, because you hold a lot of glue down here, and then up here at the tip it gets real, like you get a nice thin line, like a good. This is already drying, babe. And if you guys are interested in seeing this little girl, she just woke up, so she's going to be a little
She's crazy.
crazy. Look at her little, I don't want to say what we call it. She's so cute. This is Wednesday. She's purring. You can just clean it with soap and water, Susan. I'm about ready to go do that. Because it dries pretty fast.
There's a cup over there that I just soak. I let it just sit in. It's the one I've been using since I started doing this. It's fine.
You can't leave these brushes like this at the bottom like that because you bend the tips, which it looks like it already is.
No, it wasn't like that before today. But you're right, for sure. I definitely don't use expensive brushes for brushes. That's not words.
Rain pinkins?
Mm-hmm. I don't use expensive brushes to do glue application.
Stop that. You have a whole city over there to do that on. Why do you want to do that on my couch?
Because you're walking by and
You
you
get
need
some
it.
food? You got food over there, don't you? You got some food. Where's your brother at? Yeah. There he is.
Probably laying on shirts.
Oh, he looks so tired. Oh, goodness. We'll get him before he wakes fully up. This is Pugsley. He has awesome little stripes. Look at him. Show him your eyes. Ooh, those are bad to the bone. Yeah, that's what I thought, Don. Like he has those Bengal stripes. Hello, Debbie. Oh, well, see you tomorrow. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. Well, thanks for stopping in. Dude, that looks so good. That color goes well with all of that stuff.
Right? It has that like oil slick looking sheen to it.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely take like a sheet of that and use this and just like brush it over it so that that stuff doesn't dry up on you too fast.
You think I should go ahead and do that?
I would, just because, and it's easier because you're literally you're pushing it along, and as it pushes it, it'll catch onto it, so it's a lot faster.
I'm gonna close this up and move it.
Susan said it better not be part Bengal. Carol Baskin will come after you.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Her name will never not be funny.
When we get our own colors one day,
Carol Baskin orange.
Carol, no, I think we should do the Joe Exotic orange. Carol Baskin coral. Oh, good. He's doing it on the corner.
It sounded like it, and then also I was like, oh, I know that's a couch. But then it wasn't.
Yeah. I had a couch somebody gave me when I moved in over in Deep Ellum, and Mucha would, oh my God, he tore that thing up. Like he was inside of it when I moved it and didn't realize it. You see how she's just kind of moving it around? And what that'll do is that just pushes your gold leaf around, and if you've forgotten maybe where you've put your lines because it kind of blends in, that gold leaf will find it and it will stick to it. Babe?
It's in there. It's in there.
My friend Emil is taking his plane out today, and he said he was going to go fly over Carol Baskin's place. He said he's going to go fly over the tiger thing.
You're gonna have to add some more glue in a couple of these areas, but
Did you wait too long?
yeah, just a couple of them, yeah.
If you need, get a sheet and put it down and press on it, because that might do that too. If you have to use a little bit more force, because that brush will just kind of scoot it around.
I'm just kind of rough brushing it right now to scoot any big chunks.
Adding gold leaf to her butterfly.
And I am a very frugal artist. I keep everything, so I'm brushing all of this gold leaf into a jar that I will end up using at some point.
That's good. That's a good thing to do. That's basically how it should come anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess unless you're doing a solid piece like we did for that Prince thing. Justine, what's up? How are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit. You hit the overhead.
Ooh, look at that. Look. Sorry about that. We got the shirts in, and we are in the process of separating them, and then shipping them out on Monday. So no fear, the shirts are here.
Did you ask him about keeping it for in case you want to do?
Sorry about that. Justine, how you been? Red Jar Creative.
Love her.
What's up, Gabe? Gabe's in the house. These kittens are so cute.
Alright. I think that will even it out some.
Set up the studio yesterday and arted for the first time in ages. That's what we're talking about.
Get your art on.
Get your art on. Kid. Abstract Impression, what's up? Evelyn, what's up? Roxy. How big is this round? Roxy wants to know. Here. It looks like a 20, maybe a 24. 24. I arted on my lawnmower today. He painted his lawnmower. He's just trying to be extra. Oh, excuse me. Thanks.
Okay, okay.
Thank you guys. Christine with a K, that's a new name.
That's how my sister spells her name.
Kim, you are correct. It is Resin Day. She had this in her mind and she really wanted to do it, and she felt like if she didn't do it right away, then her head wouldn't be in it fully, and you would probably get 2 videos tonight with a paint along and then the butterfly, and it would probably be a little bit late, so she wanted to get this done and out of her head and created and give a little inspiration during the daytime for anybody that can't make it tonight.
I love how gold leaf looks, but dang if it's not difficult.
Dang.
This is my PG bad word. Dadgummit. Okay, got that covered. Anybody at home work with gold leaf and alcohol inks? No, I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure.
Do me a favor and scoot that camera to the left right there, because I want to put it on that angle. Oh, right there. That's beautiful. Nope, a little more. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it. Good. Look at that, y'all.
I'm gonna have to break out some of my reserve. Ran out of my sheets. But that's why you hold on to some of it so that in case you run out, you don't actually run out.
Yeah, this gold leaf kicks my butt every time, but I always go back for more. Well, that's the fun part of doing something challenging, is you know that it's going to be difficult. You know that you possibly could mess something up, but at the same time, that mess up could become an amazing inspiration for a whole new style. And then you've just taught yourself something that you would never even think of. And you're getting better at whatever you're scared of. Ooh, that was good.
Right.
Bridget says, oh my God, that's stunningly gorgeous.
There you go. This is gonna look good.
Beautiful. We'll see you, Sandra. Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Hold it, check. Overhead, please.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Now then, I did have it in my head to add black
I don't think you should do that. I think that's amazing.
sketch marks.
I think it'll take away from it. That is... I think the resin in the glass is going to do it amazingly justice-ified.
Okay.
That's I said it. That's right. Justice-ified.
Exactly like that one.
Yes.
Right then. Get some gloves and we'll mix some resin. You know, I could just throw some Mod Podge at this and coat it with glitter glass and it look awesome.
JJ, this is just an awesome idea. This was something she came up with today. She just was like, I have to do it. I have to do it before they're live tonight. So she thought she'd do it live for you guys early today. Porfi? Pouafi. That is a new name. It looks kind of familiar.
Got nothing.
Oh, Pamela, that's right. She says, "Oh my God, that's beautiful. I'm late, but it's gorgeous."
I appreciate
Yes, Kim. She's gonna resin it right now. She's gonna put some glitter glass,
I'm gonna do fire glass.
fire glass, and glitter glass. Trudy said, "Absolutely gorgeous" on Snapchat.
Thank you on Snapchat.
I did her husband's painting for his birthday. Christopher Walken.
You just do so many people's presents. I'm just.
D Nice just posted something. What was D Nice doing? Oh, okay. I'm scared to even turn that on.
I knew when I started this that I would either really dig it or just get real frustrated and throw a whole bunch of alcohol at it and just make it a background.
How much to wrestle that away from you, Erica? Mother's Day's coming up, and all inquiring minds would like to know.
That is a great question.
Dawn says, "How much for this piece?"
Well, it's not even done yet. You guys might not even like it.
Babe, unless you set it on fire and then threw it off a bridge, then people might not like it. But then they still might.
It's going to be lived in at that point.
I would love for you to tilt that camera your way. There you go. I like to see those little. What would you think? How long we've been painting on this? Hour and 13 minutes. I would love to take a good photograph of that. Maybe make a sticker.
Take a picture of it before I put resin on it.
You don't think it'll look good? Yeah, but then what about the glass?
Well, can you make a... One second, y'all.
Need like a step stool. I need to get enough room. This is rear camera, right?
Yes. Sorry, y'all. Just please hold. We're taking a picture of it. And if it's good enough, then we'll put it to print.
Setting, camera settings.
Sometimes, it won't photograph quite right once you have all the texture on it. So it's good to get one before.
Yeah, always take a picture before you resin it. That's always a good idea. I'm gonna take a couple with a flash and without the flash.
resin is mixed. Let's add some fiberglass.
Dar, hello from Alabama. I am late. That is beautiful.
Thank you, and also roll tide. Okay, now. Do I want to add fiberglass to anything other than the center?
I don't know. I don't know. That is a question. Deborah, thank you for. Do you have to spray it? Roxy, yeah, she's already sprayed it. Tara Wilson, thank you very much.
Thanks, Tara.
Man said glitter glass.
I'm definitely going to add
Try
glitter
center
glass.
first, then look at it again.
Do what?
She said, Deborah Tucker said, try center first, then look at it again. Yeah, put it on there, turn around, and then look at it. Do you see it anywhere else? Do you think that's so minimal that it might look like, it looks like I didn't have enough money to buy enough? It's such a small area.
I wonder if it's just like, it could have done without.
Yeah. It's so, and those pieces are so large, unless kept it, put your resin down, and then sprinkle glitter glass, and then just kind of sprinkle the glass out, like kind of,
Like
maybe?
twinkle it?
Yeah. And then if it, goes, if it flows, then it just, or just let it set for a little while and then put the glass in it. That would look nice. Like let it set for like 3 or 4 hours. Yes. I like what Jeff said. Glitter glass sprinkled out. Me too, yes, what he said.
Alright. That's why I like adding my fiberglass before I have resin on.
They're live right now on YouTube, y'all. If you want to come check it out. Artist Till Death.
Yeah. So I don't use mirrored backed fiberglass. So it kind of, it's not quite as in your face.
How did I not put that? Whacked him.
I'm going to use a torch.
I love this E so much. The colors are vibrant. Harry Harris, Deborah Tucker, just gorgeous. Kim Adams, wow.
Thanks, y'all.
Dar Smith, colors are popping. Inga, that's gorgeous.
I'm definitely a fan of it.
Graffiti Kings are live. Yeah, it's a 24, right? Yeah. Chloe says, wow, so beautiful. Bethany says,